Greetings, my friend. It's Colrain or Colrain Tarot here on YouTube. My pronouns are they, them, and I am going to facilitate in the first portion of this video. I know you probably saw the title about the reading. We are going to be doing the reading. It's just going to follow the energy work portion of the video. So just get yourself into a calm, relaxed state. I am going to be calling on the highest angelic guides of wisdom, compassion, truth, alignment, and bring them into our space with gratitude. And ask that they please facilitate this healing and assist in your ability to receive. So, just bringing in an initial energy of calm, inviting you to take some deep breaths. And I just saw 111 on the count, so we're off to a great start. Inviting you to release any old energy, any stuck energy in the aura. Disperse, 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 disperse. Letting you release these old relationship patterns, old beliefs about yourself. And as I'm doing this, my cat and my rabbit were having a meeting underneath me, which is weird. They don't typically spend that much time down here in this portion of the room. Sorry. And they were having a little friendly interaction. So, giving you permission to open your heart to receive, 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 receive. Gentle, 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 gentle. Receive gentle wisdom, 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 wisdom. Love, 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 love. Creativity, 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 creativity. Compassion, 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 compassion. Sorry, hope that wasn't too much noise. Again, my rabbit's down here, so he's playing with his little box. But I'm going to cleanse your aura with a sound bowl. So please breathe in, hold, and breathe out. And as you continue your breath, imagine that these sound waves, I guess I'm done, coming through to cleanse and purify. I'm gonna ring it a couple times. the background noise isn't too much. There's like a garbage truck outside, but I kind of saw that as a confirmation that this energy that we were creating with the sound bowl was helping to release and, you know, send away the energy or the cycles or the loops that our energy follows, those tracks kind of breaking down those ways that we typically experience our energy, and we typically feel our energy being used in our bodies and in our minds and in our hearts. And that final movement was bringing a golden light energy through the body instead. I'm going to use this pink amethyst. This is a really beautiful crystal form. Sorry, gotta do something really quick. And I'm just going to use this to calm through your energy field. There may be certain things you need to do or take care of to make sure that the energy around you is accounted for at this time. Maybe certain things you need to do, coping mechanisms that you need to act out to help you integrate your heart, help it flow more naturally. And I'm talking about as an energy body within your body. Of course, your heart's going to be flowing. Maybe you need assistance with your circulation, though. So I'm just bringing this over the head, swirling in angelic energy, and I'm going to come around to the back of your neck, the causal chakra, and just channeling in and opening for only the most aligned angelic energy, releasing any tension that's being held here, any programming that is not of your highest good in this space. Okay. I'm going to bring a traditional purple amethyst. This is another little druzy cluster. I'm just going to use this, connecting to your feet especially, helping you to feel grounded. Whatever your heart awakens you to, your feet will know where to go. As well, activating your earth star chakra, helping you to feel the energy of Mother Earth, to be able to bring that energy from the earth up through your feet chakras into the body to create sacred space, to help you to elevate your consciousness while still feeling that practical creativity that the earth brings, that wisdom of experience, helping you to access past lives you've lived here on the earth and the wisdom that they hold. Beautiful. Okay. I'm not wanting this healing portion to be too long, so I'm actually going to get to using the flame. So we're going to light this jasmine incense to bring in more love, to just raise the vibration of the space. Sending this loving smoke through your aura to uplift you, help you to receive whatever messages come through in the tarot portion. The dogs in the house are barking, so maybe you have some loyal spirit friends. I also have my rabbit just around my feet. So we're going to light this candle to set our intention for the reading. This is an ocean scented candle, so if there's anything that you want to experience psychically, that you want to resolve emotionally, just send your intention into the flame. And I just saw 1111, so ones may be really significant for this. just knowing that you're sovereign, that you are loved, that you're connected with everything, one with all things. And I'm going to keep this back here. This will burn through the reading as well. I just want to send you so much love, my friend. I will see you in the reading. Now we're going to go to pile selection, so see you there. Greetings, my friends. This is the pile selection portion of the reading or the video. So if you are ready and you're in that calm, receptive state that we created from the energy work, or if you weren't interested in the energy work and you're here, welcome. I just invite you to connect with your breath again, to connect with your body, with your own personal guides, and see which group is calling out to you. So I will introduce them. Here is group 1 with the rutilated or rutile quartz, sometimes also known as angel hair quartz. Group 2 with this moss agate, or why am I calling it moss agate? I guess it's moss agate. Sorry. But this is your selection for pile 2 or group 2. And for group 3, we have this golden healer quartz. Some beautiful rainbows in there. So if you are ready, I will see you at the timestamp in the description for your group. Greetings, group 1. If you selected this first crystal, the rutile or rutilated quartz, this is your angel reading. So I'm intending that this reading is going to be a heart-centered message from your angels, from any kind of angelic force that wants to come through. And when I say angels, I think of angels as elevated beings of consciousness. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit for you so you can hear me without my voice competing. But I think of angels as being these forces in the universe that are connected to source, they are connected to life force energy, and they are beyond the dimensions of time and space. And they bring us to a deeper understanding of creation and destruction and those forces of being in the universe. And so I personally want to just call on the archangels to assist the four core archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael, to please help and assist in this message for group 1. So I'm going to get right into it. I already have your cards shuffled, and I'm going to start with, there was one card, I guess I'll start with this one on the top. This is from the Earth Alchemy Oracle, and this card is the Diamond Heartseed Crystal, Golden Age Wisdom, and this is the water element. And this says DNA activation, Lemuria, and Priestess awakening. So for some of you, you're very connected to ancient Lemuria. And I guess I'll bring up where the angels are kind of showing me, guiding me to where Lemuria was. So Lemuria is near where modern day Australia and Indonesia would be, in that area of the Pacific Ocean. And so really the Pacific Ocean in general has this connection to Lemuria, and I guess by proxy the Atlantean codes as well. And I don't want to get too far into that because I don't feel like that's really my expertise, but it's just bringing up the few bits that I do know about these experiences. And I'm also seeing that your angels want to show you about this diamond wisdom that you have in your heart. It even says Diamond Heart Seed Crystal, Golden Age Wisdom. So there's something within your own energy body that creates light and can, I want to say, like manipulate light or bend light, bend the light spectrum. and create these beautiful waves of healing. And a lot of you are, I see, relationship healers with the presence of the dolphins on the card, these golden dolphins. And I also feel like a lot of you are naturally like caregiving, or you're someone that can provide people with physical healing through the actions that you take. Yeah, so I want to keep going a little deeper and see what all the cards have to say together. So this card here from the Mindscapes Tarot is representing a place that you're at within your spiritual journey, based on where your angels are guiding you. This card here is just a message from your heart in general. I have a card here from the hashtag Landback Tarot and Oracle, and this is the Lover's card, and this is representing just some more like a message from your shadow within the heart space, like kind of that balance between the dark and the light, being able to find that, maybe any pain that's going on there. So, and then these cards at the bottom, I've never used this in a reading on my channel, but this is the first time I'm being called to use it. This is from the Spirit Keepers Tarot, the 2nd edition. I'm going to place this down here. So, beautiful energy, group 1. I feel like a lot of you are very dedicated to your spiritual growth. You're somebody that may have like I'm seeing somebody like waking up in the morning kind of early and like doing some kind of devotional practice, or you have some kind of like community that you meet with based on your spirituality. I'm seeing this group as being like just surrounded by others, somebody that others rely on too, especially with the Empress card coming out here as being the place that you're at within your spiritual journey. The Empress here showing up as a literal garden shows that there are while you provide for others, while you tend to others, while you create space and know how to hold the frequency of like a sacred space, there's also a lot of people that come and tend to the very unique facets of you, and you may have a very diverse grouping of helpers or people that you rely on and that rely on you. This group is very balanced in the emotional realm, and I feel that whatever emotional experiences in the past, with this Lover's card coming out in the more like shadow position, whatever experiences you've had in the past with heartache or distrust or fear of abandonment, these energies have been released from your life. You've started to learn to open your heart more to others, to bring others in, and to feel confident in yourself as an individual, because the Empress can really be about our worth and our self-love. And the Lovers is just talking about making aligned decisions based on our desire to experience pleasure and desire to connect with others and create healthy, loving relationships. So a lot of you may be in career fields where you deal with emotions, or that stuff that people don't really see as being like a career, something that we touch on in the career very often. But this group, I'm really just feeling like you're the lovers, you're the givers. And this takes me down here to the Spirit Keepers Tarot as well, because you have the giver starting out your collection of cards. And the giver is the 6 of Orbs, or the 6 of Earth, 6 of Pentacles. 6s are divine numbers. They represent divine pursuits. And also the Lovers here is the number 6, and you have the 3 here on the Empress. So 6s and 3s are really important for this group at this time, or just maybe in general. Maybe you see lots of repeating 6s or repeating 3s, even 333, like going up to 9, something like that. Multiples of 3 are really important to you. This is because you see your ability to work together with others and harmonize your energy with others to create outcomes that you'd really like to see in this world. So you may be really great at creating things, manifesting experiences, organizing groups, things like that. I'm seeing this group sees themselves in a flow of abundance as well. The Empress can represent wealth, having a grounded experience of wealth that is able to be gifted and shared and indulged in with others. So your heart space is really saying that you have a rich wealth of energy. This is even the moon in Taurus. So you have a rich wealth of energy. And I also believe you may have some kind of traditions or beliefs from a tradition that are really rich in knowledge. I'm getting for some of you, this is connection to like Muslim beliefs, and others this is more of like folk traditions where you're learning from like elders or something. But with that Taurus energy, it just feels like something's been passed down to you. Maybe this is an emotional practice that has been passed down to you from ancestors who had a rich emotional world, wanted to really see others prosper and have that foundation of love and growth. There's something about working with institutions as well, or creating an institution for others. There's the Hierophant here, so just emphasizing that lineage or that tradition, the handing down, or even correcting corrupted tradition or corrupted systems of power here for you, especially spiritually. This group, I'm really feeling the sense of like a spiritual teacher or a spiritual healer, somebody who has some kind of authority, even if it's not specifically in a spiritual field. It feels like you are the group of people that others look to create opportunities. You're the group that can handle holding a lot more energy or problem solving, especially with this creative Empress energy. You're the group that can open up the pathway that others may find that they experience obstacles due to the society that's imprinted on them. I'm feeling like transcendent of time. You're someone who can work with, and again, that word manipulate's coming up, but it's in the way of being able to see tangible changes rather than bending things to your will in a way that's more like unhealthy. And I feel like for some of you, you really had to transmute this in your life and learn what the greater purpose of your creative abilities were, so that you can use them in a more aligned way. I really want to look at this message from the heart before I move on with the Spirit Keepers Tarot. So you got freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And I feel like this had to be in conjunction with this Hierophant card, because the Hierophant has these elephant heads, and these just really remind me of Ganesha, or Ganesha, however you want to say his name. But Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. And Ganesha helps us to experience deeper divine love in our lives and to forgive others of their wrongdoings, and bring in more abundance and opening our pathways to that energy of source that is limitless, that is working within boundaries to create something everlasting. So it's like this dichotomy between the boundaries or the realms of limits, creating this limitlessness within. I hope that makes sense for you. But there's definitely a sense of you being a free soul or free spirit and allowing others to rise within their own ability to create freedom. And again, you have these like rainbow archways that are appearing in both this card and in this card. All the people figures that have shown up, at least in this top row, like these two cards, they're nude. They have this kind of vulnerability to them. There's an empowerment. The Empress can talk about being in love with our bodies, feeling truly connected to our form and to the ways that we are human. So yeah, there's something about maybe you freeing people of beliefs about their body, being body positive with people, and being like positive about your own body. You have here with the cards I haven't touched on yet, the Hallowed Flame, Ace of Scepters, the Awakening, the Journeyman here. You may have a really strong earth energy, because here we have Virgo energy, and these two cards had Taurus. This is a fire card. We have Aries here and no other sign, so fire and earth are really connected here. But there's something about bringing in that water energy to help soothe you if you've been burning really bright for a really long time, because some of you, I feel like, may push yourselves to the edge of burnout sometimes, or maybe in the past you had a tendency to overextend yourself for others' needs, but I'm feeling like a majority of you have really evolved out of this cycle. I just wanted to bring it up because the energy is still slightly present in this reading. So let's continue down here with these cards so that I can finish your message from your angels. So let's see, you have the Hallowed Flame, the Journeyman, the Demiurge, the Archangel of Glory, and the Herald of the Waters. And I'm going to turn these upright because I'm not really feeling like I want to read them in the reversed position. But let's see. Some of you may be called to teaching, quite literally, because the Archangel of Glory here, this is Archangel Gabriel in my opinion, and is the angel of art and grace. So there's something here about being led into higher learning, being able to commit yourself to a study of some kind. So if you've been thinking about really learning more about a certain subject, or taking yourself through an experiential learning process, this is definitely an amazing time for you to do that, because the Empress kind of represents the void as well. So like a space or a slate that we can bring other things together upon, because it's a wealth of resources. So you being at that point in your spiritual journey, your angels are saying, really opens you to a really rich realm of possibilities, and there's been a lot of cleansing that you've been doing, releasing, even with this lotus, this person rising out of the lotus. The Journeyman represents that you're somebody who has to carry this sacred flame into a very physical form, because this is the Eight of Orbs. This represents, again, dedication, working on something, committing yourself to the fruition of a divinely inspired project or an outcome that you want to see manifest in this world. The Demiurge is saying that you get to walk the realm between, I wanted to say the living and the dead, so some of you may have some mediumship ability, but it's also the realm of the divine, the realm of the sacred, and the realm of the mundane. And I keep feeling that over and over. There's something really deep within you that feels quite knowing of the deeper realms, understanding of like dimensional realities and things like that, but you're very much grounded in the physical realm and understanding of like the laws of science, for example. This is like the marriage of like science and spirituality for some of you. The Demiurge is saying that there is some kind of divine passion that's been inspired in you with the Four of Scepters. There's kind of a call to action and awakening within your energy right now that's wanting you to find that alchemical marriage, that alchemical union within yourself, that like this Lovers is saying, to help you to feel a deeper self-love, as well as helping you to see a system or structure in the world which prioritizes more loving and compassionate action, and has a more compassionate structure for people. Maybe it's more accessible. Maybe you dream of systems and structures or resources for people that aren't based in lack or competition, things like that. This Demiurge is showing that there's a strong spiritual foundation that you want to bring to others around wealth, beauty, these things that like Venus and Aries is showing a new cycle of beauty, connection, bringing others together, being able to harmonize on the physical plane. The Herald of the Waters, being kind of the like final card in this reading, is showing that this is kind of how spirit, how the angels see you right now, and this is Inspire the Prodigy. So you're a very, and I'm getting chills, you're a very wise spirit, and you have the potential to be able to share this wisdom in really unique and creative ways, being in this water element. There's something here about using the energy of water or going with the flow to create more life within your life. I don't know why they're having me say it like that, but creating more joy, more connection, and using your curiosity rather than your control in your life. There's something here about being able to accept the message that your spirit guides are trying to bring to you right now, accepting the message that your angels are bringing about your ability to heal. Some of you, I feel that there's been a lot of doubt in your significance or what you can physically achieve within this lifetime, but there's a lot of spiritual change happening right now on this planet. And as I'm looking out, I'm seeing this hummingbird that's buzzing around a pine tree. So that may be a significant message for someone, but there's something here about an awakening of the third eye that's going to expand your vision and your ability to see and imagine possibilities for your life and what you can do in the future. So that's all I'm seeing for you, Group 1. This was such a beautiful reading, and I'm so glad that I've taken the time to sit here with you through this with this healing and with this message. I really hope that this brought you some kind of clarity, some kind of peace, and some kind of confirmation today, as well as some inspiration and insight. I'm going to thank your guides, all of the angels and divine ascended masters and beings that joined us for this reading. I want to send all of your energy back to you and reclaim mine, and thank you for sharing this space with me in this timeless reading. I will see you in another video, my friend. If you're interested in any of my services like personal readings, I have those listed in the description below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again, friend. Greetings, Group 2. If you selected this moss agate, I don't know why I questioned when I introduced it, but it feels like that actually connected to the message of this pile. So if you selected this group, there's something here about gaining more confidence in your opinions, on your insights and your emotions, and not letting yourself go into a place of being upset with your weaknesses or being hard on yourself for having like a weakness or making a mistake, quote unquote. I'm seeing two hawks out my window circling, one flying higher and one flying lower, to gain different perspectives. So there may be like a harmony happening between your higher self and your lower self because of this message, especially if you participated in the energy healing, or if in general you've been participating in like energy healing work, or doing some kind of therapy for yourself. There's been a positive impact between your ability to rise above situations and see something with clarity, as well as remaining in a grounded perspective and being able to handle like the day-to-day details of a situation. So that's what I wanted to get out immediately. I am feeling like for this group there is a certain level of like grief going on for you, some kind of energy of kind of like reconsidering loss or accounting for losses is what I'm hearing. Some of you may be grieving a partnership or a person, and I'm just laying these cards out so that I can get to the general message of the reading. But yeah, I'm just feeling some kind of overcoming challenges type energy in this group, and something about accessing a deeper meaning for your pain within this lifetime. So group 2, I am feeling quite a weight within your energy. Especially, I feel like a lot of you really participated in that first that energy healing at the beginning of this video. So I want to thank you for doing that for yourself, because I feel like it's opened you up to experiencing your emotions a lot deeper. There's something here about allowing repressed emotions to flow. And I wanted to say repressed motions. So there may be certain actions that your body has been wanting to take, or that you've known would be good for you, but you've been pushing them off for some reason, or delaying or procrastinating. And sometimes, when we get these like stronger emotions, it can almost feel like we get into paralysis, where it's really hard to take the steps that we need to take, because there's a deeper emotion that we're not facing. And so stopping ourselves subconsciously is what we're doing to try and heal and address these feelings, if that makes sense. So your first card here to represent kind of the overall message that your angels want to bring to you is the Amber and Dawn Redwood. This says Rewild is connected to the earth and fire element, and says Druid Tree Keeper, perception versus reality. What was that was incredible. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through with that hawk message. And I feel like your group is so emotional. It makes me want to cry, like when I tap into your energy. There's something here where you know your potential, you can reach up to the heavens, you can feel that divine love because you access it off and on. But there's something here about remembering and being maybe even painfully reminded that you're still a human on earth. This maybe even using the energy of amber or the energy of trees, where you can regulate your energy, or they wanted me to say innovate your nervous system using trees. And the groundedness of trees. Trees accept that they don't move, but they create so much life, and so much expansive energy comes from them, even though they appear to us as if they're standing still perfectly. Amber is also a really strong soul healer. If you have any like past life memories, I feel like for some of you, these emotions that you're experiencing, the reason why they go so deep is because they are connected to past life experiences. And it's time, like I was just doing, to dust off those old records and help your soul kind of recover from those experiences. Awesome. So I want to read you this heart message from the Love Oracle. And it says, emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So if there are any people that you're feeling like, I'm over that, I'm totally over that, but when these stronger emotions come up, you feel the blame, you feel that victim part of yourself come forward and want to kind of point that anger or that frustration in the direction of those that you feel have hurt you, even like systems or just like circumstantial experiences. For some of you, it's not really about other people, it's about like specific conditions or specific like stories that you're carrying around. Also, I hope YouTube doesn't get mad at me for having this breast. I think that that's a really ridiculous rule, but it's okay. I'm just gonna work with it. So again, kind of doing what I just did. This system, this structure, this rule, like whatever doesn't align with me or frustrates me, maybe I can work around it or work through it, or just work with it and not give my energy to it, not let this take control over me. So there's something here about learning to take your power back, and that's kind of what soul retrieval does as well. So there may be part of you that's trying to retrieve your soul. I have a video on that from like well over a year ago, but if you're interested, I'll have that linked in the description. But let's see what else is going on in your cards. So this card here from the Mindscapes Tarot is representing a place in your spiritual journey that your guides have brought you to, or that your angels want you to be aware of, that you're in this place. And you got the Catacomb card, which is very interesting to me.
because this is the most grounded card in the entire deck. It's literally under the earth. It's representing a place of memorial for the dead. It's a tomb of history, a preservation, like a time capsule. And you keep getting things about perception as well. And so it may be about shifting your perception about the sacredness of these spaces of darkness, these spaces of being able to go down deep, dig deep in the emotions. The catacomb is an extremely emotional place. This is, I'm sure, where a lot of people experienced a lot of grief, visiting their loved ones, or memorializing them, or giving them a higher purpose in a greater group body of death, or that portal of death that may have been a group experience. Because a catacomb is a lot of lives lived that are, their remains are preserved there. So there's something here about expanding your perception into these like deeper parts of yourself, as maybe memories that hold significance through like a completely different dimension of experience. And I feel like death is really a place of a portal that allows us to understand. And even this person here on this card, the emotions card, is looking into the water and seeing a reflection of themselves, and they look like they're maybe underwater too, with this like light streaming through the water. So it's something about like being held in a way by the elements of your despair. It's a very interesting message, just feeling held in those emotions. And even though you feel maybe like completely surrounded by them, and sometimes they don't allow you to move, allowing yourself to know that by overcoming these challenges, by letting yourself be where you're at and not putting so much time boundaries on yourself or time pressures on yourself, this is actually what's allowing certain healing processes to take place. Because sometimes, like for example, if you've had surgery, that there is a time period after the surgery where if you move or try to exert yourself, you're going to make the wound worse, and you may actually prevent yourself from healing. So there's something here about maybe allowing yourself to be in a place where you're not following through on the things that you maybe feel like you need to do, because you're not inspired to take those actions for a reason. But I do feel like there are moments and opportunities for this on the horizon, with the Rise Up and the Two of Arrows here from the hashtag Landback Tarot and Oracle. Rise Up is saying express yourself and inspire others to bring forth these changes that cause these illnesses. So for some of you, you may be experiencing certain mental health things, or you're feeling the effects of certain global or historical phenomena. I feel like there is something here about using your knowledge to help you to empower yourself and to overcome certain patterns in the human collective. And so Rise Up is saying that you're going to be able to bring others to a place of deeper understanding about what the influences on our individuality are. Maybe going from using language that how do I want to say, pathologizes. And if you don't understand what that word means, it means like projecting a sickness onto something. Going away from using language like that and moving towards language that's maybe more compassionate for ourselves. Or maybe if we are going to use pathologizing language, using it in a way that's still empowering and says, you know what, I experience these symptoms, but I am not identifying with them, and I'm not allowing these to be an experience that I always will feel. And obviously, if you're facing chronic illness and things like that, using pathologizing language can actually inspire compassion and understanding in others for these very grounded, real experiences. But it also allows us to not get stuck in those definitions. So there's something here about allowing yourself to build a new reality with that 11 master builder number, allowing you to bring forth what you've learned into a new cycle and help others along the way, because you have Chiron here, which is the wounded healer, and the wounded healer of Chiron is also a teacher, somebody who helps others overcome their pain. The Two of Arrows partnered up with this Rise Up card, and it shows somebody who's like hunting a deer. I feel like there's some kind of goal in mind, or also, again, like this person's kind of causing pain to this animal, but because this is a Native American deck, it's also showing that there's like a reciprocal relationship of pain, and sometimes we can use that pain to turn it into greater provision for life in the future. And this deer is maybe representing like a sacrifice that's on the horizon, that helps contribute to this goal. So beautiful energy, group 2. There's definitely, even here 1 and 1 is 2, and then 2. So, and you're group 2. So maybe using the number 2 or looking into the power of the number 2 may be helpful for you. So let's move down to this bottom row. This is the Spirit Keepers Tarot, the 2nd edition. And I'm going to go through this and see more of what your angels want to bring forward for you today. We have the Holy Grail with the water, Ace of Chalices, the purifying. This is definitely a state that you have been calling in. I feel like a lot of you have been ready to feel this cleanse. And I don't want to use this in a way of like trying to say, promote like purity culture, but I do feel like there is something to be said about cleansing and releasing old energy from our aura. If you're not cleansing and doing some kind of ritual like around releasing old energy at least like 2 or 3 times a week, this is maybe your sign to get started doing this, or maybe do it every morning when you wake up. Just imagine yourself, I like to say this as like a holy trinity: ground, cleanse, and release, I think, is the third one. That's a little embarrassing, I guess, to not know my own holy trinity, but it's fine. Ground, cleanse, release. So there's something about that. Doing that within your energy is really going to awaken you to this kind of sense of peace within yourself. And even if things aren't perfect, just being at peace is allowing ourselves to not perpetuate more struggle or prioritize feeling, not prioritize those feelings of like resentment and hanging on to our opposition or our isolation, being in defense against others, or feeling like we're having to like struggle against, I wanted to say like rise against something. So it's like being able to like rise up or rise above these challenges, kind of how this dove is rising up from the cup. Allowing yourself to be this emperor and this chancellor. This is the emperor and the justice card. It says commander of intellections and angel of justice. So again, we're getting a message from the angels, and you're literally having an angel of justice come through, and both of them actually have the Ankh. So there's something about unifying both your ability to separate yourself, to create definition in your life, to understand and intellectualize how you understand the world and how you know certain things to be true about yourself and others, but also being able to allow certain circumstances to reveal that subconscious expression of the self, or the uncontrolled, the the more mystical, the mysterious side of the self, the part that we can't see, that we can't tangibly understand, the parts that, you know, create our karma and reveal to us those experiences that we're responsible for in this life. So this angel of justice is actually coming through as a really powerful and strong spirit guide, again with that 11 number. 11 might be really important to you at this time, but showing us the places where I'm seeing this ripple effect, where our emotions are rippling out, or thoughts are rippling out into creating emotional experiences, like that domino effect of, you know, one thing's not right, so the other things all follow. If you're grieving someone, I'm getting this message, if you're grieving someone who's living or passed into the spirit realm, I want to just bring through an extra message from this angel of justice, saying that if there was any harm done, things will be righted in the future. Things will be brought into balance again. With the Emperor there too, I'm just seeing that as being like the divine is viewing you like a child. You know how sometimes, like at least in the US where I live, you can be tried as a minor or as an adult depending on your crime and the age that you committed it. And let's say a minor does commit a crime that's really excessive, they may be tried as an adult. So basically the message of this is saying, like, because we have this kind of energy of Ma'at, or the one who you know, weighs our actions against our heart, weighs the feather, the lightness, the beauty of spirit, the ability to rise again, to come above challenges against the energy of the heart. And this is a message from your heart. So it's saying you have this pure intention, you have this even again that word purity coming through, but you have a desire for humanity to be in a state of justice, even if it means you experiencing pain, and that's a really noble thing. And so this angel of justice wants to come through and say that you're going to be judged not based on the worst case scenario, if that makes sense. I just want to bring through a message that brings you some peace here, because this angel is coming through as not only someone who can see the truth and bring the truth to you, but also wants you to know that you have been fighting for the truth as well. And that your emotional experiences, no matter how negative they feel, or how dark or difficult they may feel, they are for the greater good and for revealing truth. I feel like this group is the type who is going to be bringing in a new perspective, again with this perspective thing, new perspective about spiritual healing and what it means to, you know, be a good person and contribute to the healing of others, in terms of like bringing in truth, even if it's like truth that's not always comfortable for people to digest at first. And I got a message like this in one of my last readings, so maybe you came from that group. But let's see. These two cards here, I'm going to kind of group them together. You have a lot of majors as well, which I feel like is very significant. This means that this is a lot of really significant spiritual growth and healing that's happening for you right now, group 2. So you have the Chariot of Osiris, and the Hermit or Erudite, Hermit of Mysteries. So I'm seeing that, again, there's this energy of darkness. This being the Chariot of Osiris, Osiris is not only like the Lord of the dead or the underworld. Osiris literally goes through death and kind of overcomes it, and then comes out to give life to Horus through Isis. So there's like a deeper alchemical message in this story, showing, again with that Ankh energy preceding this, showing that there's a greater initiation that you are receiving around the importance of intellect, the importance of knowledge and research related to your understanding of like gnosis or deeper spiritual or occult concepts there's something about using every resource available to you as fuel. Sorry, my throat chakra is getting very activated as I'm speaking about this. So there's something here about maybe knowledge not being able to be perceived by you, or you not being receptive to the deeper core or the truth of a situation. It's like sometimes when we watch a movie when we're a kid and we don't understand, or we don't have the life experience we need to be able to really deeply empathize with the characters in a story, and when we return to it maybe as an adult, we're going to see that story a lot differently, and maybe also understand why the version of ourselves in the past either resonated with or really didn't understand certain characters or certain experiences in the movie. So that's just what's coming through here with that. I really think it's unique that the Chariot of Osiris came out for you after you got those two cards with the Ankh on them, and then the Iridite. It's showing that by going within, by traversing through the underworld, understanding these concepts of the underworld not as just related to death, but also related to our deeper subconscious mind, and being able to understand the healing ability that lies there. There's a deeper awakening happening that is going through every single level of your energetic system, and that's why I think this message started with those hawks that were circling each other, even again connection to Osiris as Horus, the one who understands, the awakened one, kind of the trickster in a way as well, but they were doing that dance of like the higher and the lower, so being able to harmonize as above so below type of energy, and really get yourself into a position of self-compassion as well. You're ending this reading with the tension, the Two of Orbs or the Two of Earth, with I think that's Jupiter in Capricorn. So I feel like there's a lot of blessings on the horizon for you, group 2. I know this isn't technically like a meaning of the card, but I'm reading intuitively, and with that energy of Jupiter and Capricorn together, this is like Saturn and Jupiter, the two divine higher orders of the universe meeting in order to bring blessings because they've been earned. Capricorn represents being at the peak. It represents attainment and status. So there's something here about you being able to overcome and also find love within the shadows of experience, in the shadows within your own self, those deeper, more intense emotions, and being able to rise above despite the tension that you feel trying to keep this in balance. And I also want to say for you, group 2, that your heart is really learning how to open and be vulnerable with others, despite feeling sometimes like you have to be more withdrawn. And I feel like for some of you, it's okay. I want to give you permission, I guess, from your angels. It's okay to be introverted. It's okay to prefer your own company sometimes. I feel like sometimes we get these shameful messages, especially in the spiritual community, about not wanting to be in community in the same way as others. But I'm feeling like for a lot of you, your individuality, who you are as a person, is really important for you to be that to your fullest expression, to how you want to coordinate that. And having good boundaries and modeling those is going to be something that's really essential. Sometimes, in certain lifetimes that we live, we really need to give ourselves the space to be ourselves and not receive this information from the outside world. So, this was, I think, all I'm seeing for you, group 2. I want to thank you so much and send so much gratitude your way. I'm going to call back all of my energy and send all of the energy of yours back to you. I want to thank your higher guides, the angels that joined us in this message, as well as my higher guides for facilitating this connection to be made. If you are interested in a personal reading or any other information about me, that will be in the description below. I will see you in another video, my friend. Bye. Welcome, group 3. If you selected this golden healer, this golden healer, a kind of obelisk type shape. It's like a quartz point. This is your reading. So I actually, when I was picking up your cards and bringing them into the center for the reading, I picked up a golden thread as I picked them up and like laid the golden thread here. And so I feel like that coincidence was not a coincidence. Oh, and I'm seeing like jet plane out my window right now, flying straight upwards with this beautiful white stream of light behind it. So there's something here about experiencing an ascension because of your heart's frequency, because of the love that you carry within you. And that golden thread of wisdom is bringing you to the perfect place at the perfect time for you. So beautiful energy, pile 3. This golden healer quartz may be really significant for you as well. You may be stepping into a healing role, or you've done a lot of healing work on yourself. And so there's something here about being able to find that alchemical gold within life, those moments of meaning and wisdom and things that really make things click for you spiritually. And I was also hearing financially. So there's this dual message of like spiritual gold and then also like worldly gold, or gold that creates like material wealth. And so there's something here about just value in general being yours, group 3. So let's get into the cards and what they have to say. And I'm just going to go from the top. So you have Garnet and Lady's Mantle, womb healing, sexual power, and sovereignty. So yes, I'm feeling like this can be like literal sexuality, being able to like know thyself kind of energy, and then also attract the right energy around you because you know yourself, as well as like I'm getting this energy of like clouds parting, and like sunshine being a nourisher. I always see garnet as being both deeply like a witchy stone for healing energy, as well as like one that's very connected to the sun, the warmth of the sun, the life-giving energy of the sun. So there's this like vibrancy, as well as like, I guess like groundedness and fearlessness that comes through with this energy. And like being able to, these ladies' mantle kind of remind me of like clovers, but I'm thinking about how clovers and like other type of like quote unquote weeds can grow in kind of like shaded or inconspicuous places. Just, it's like this energy of maybe like being the dark horse in a way. I'm curious to see if this comes out. Oh my goodness, you have so many Spirit Keepers tarot cards, so I'm actually going to start laying these out because I'm feeling drawn to this portion of the reading. But yeah, there's something here about getting comfortable with, I guess with that womb healing too. It's like getting comfortable with your body if you do have a womb. If you don't have a womb, or maybe you're like post-menopause or something, there's this like energy of still knowing that you have how do they want to say this? Just give me one moment. You have a place of like storing energy within yourself. This ability to create and work with uncertainty. And my ear popped as I said that, so it's definitely a confirmation from the angels who are here with us. That because you're in touch with the cycles of the earth and you know deeply and intimately that energetic timeline that the earth is on, or that patterning of the earth's energy, you're able to empower yourself at the right time. Let's say you don't have a cycle, or like a menstrual cycle, but you know how to work with the energy of lunation or the moon's months. There's something here about knowing when the energy becomes heightened and knowing when the energy is lower or depleted, and not in a way that's like cliche or people have sometimes used as like I want to say like a watered down version of like feminist experiences. I'm gonna say that there's something about, again, like that garnet energy, knowing when to receive the vitality and the life force and that like strength of the sun, but also knowing when to relax, when to calm down, and when to receive the way that like a witch would. So I'm just seeing this like kind of polarity between like the solar those like sun cults, I want to say, like in the past, like those like sun worshipping communities, and then those like deeply individually spiritual people who were kind of holding down that anchor of like the woodland, earth-based ritual and magic. So like kind of bringing both of them together. So yeah, I'm going to introduce the multitude of cards you have from the Spirit Keepers Tarot 2nd edition. And as well, you also have the hummingbird there. So you may be somebody that does ancestor work. I wanted to say worship, but ancestor work very heavily. And if you are, I want to say that that's really working for you. So I'm going to introduce these. You have the Hector. This is Venus in Aquarius, 5 of Swords. The Dynasty, Mercury in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, 10 of Orbs or 10 of Earth. 19, the Warrior, just the Sun energy, Master of the Mystic Light. So yes, the Sun is very important for your group, doing some kind of work alchemically with the Sun. I'm also thinking of the Sun as being the ultimate initiator of all alchemical processes. So using the light as something, again with that golden healer, to heal, to transmute, to transform. And they wanted me to say and to transgress, but I don't even know what that really means, so maybe you know what that means. You have the Contender, another 5 of Scepters. This is Saturn in Leo. The Force, more Leo energy, so more fire, sun, solar energy. The Tamed Lion, this is like the Strength card. Definitely feeling a lot of strength from this group, drawing upon spiritual strength to get through any challenges, or people who want to put you in competition, want to see you struggling. I'm getting for some of you. Even in sexuality, sometimes we can see it as like having to like compete against others, and I'm seeing like 2 reptile faces in this card being part of the ones who hold onto these staffs to create this kind of structure or barrier or blockage. So for some of you, you may be experiencing spiritual blockages due to the amount of strength that you carry within you, but your spirit guides are saying that you're part of this dynasty. Maybe your ancestry, again, ancestors are coming through so strong for this group. So your ancestors may be trying to take over this as your angels and giving you this message about the energy you carry within. Even the garnet is kind of like blood, and the womb healing is about blood as well. Sacred Word, the Ace of Swords, the crowning. This is an air energy, and again we have this kind of like mandala form. This is even actually the sun and the ivory shield. Do you see that beautiful replication of the triquetra there? The ivory shield is underneath the sacred word here. Sorry, I know I'm going a little bit all over the place, but I'm trying to get your angels to show me what they want. And there's even a shield right behind the sacred word here. So I'm feeling like you're protected if you have to speak your truth about a certain thing, maybe in your ancestry, to break that ancestral tie, or to maybe for some of you, you're really having to work with your family members at this time, or use like your ability to persevere. Maybe this doesn't really have to do with your family, but this is maybe about like your career or a personal project, because for some of you, I just feel like a lot of people are trying to test you, mind, body, and spirit, because I'm seeing the triskelion on the hand of the Hector here. So this is maybe having to defend ancient wisdom. You also have, there's the triquetra again, that same symbol that's in the center of the sun and the ivory shield here. And there's a lot of, I guess, Celtic, or I'll use that as a broad term because it's not exactly my favorite term all the time, but Celtic, yeah, ancestry here. And the owl's on the top of the Hector too. So, for some of you, this can be relationship things too, I guess, especially with the sexuality. A lot of you are finding truths in a relationship. Yeah, this is where this is leading. Truths in a relationship where you're going to have to transmute or alchemize your own patterns, especially if they're generational patterns in relationships. The ivory shield is showing that you're protected. This is also a water card, so this is representing, again, that lunar energy, because there's a moon over the third eye of this figure in the card. It says Sanctum of the Immaculate. There is an awakening to a truth in your life, and I feel that your heart and your angels are trying to tell you to be gentle with yourself as this blooms within your life. This is actually bringing you to an understanding of your own sacred worth, and also I feel your own beauty as a spirit. The captor here, I feel like, mimics this person who's in the top of the Hector card, and I believe this is who the Hector is fighting for. I think that this is Ariadne, so maybe looking into Ariadne might be helpful for you at this time. But there's something here about forces that be, again, that red moon, so that color red, the blood moon is in the sky, and this is next to the demon as well. There's something that feels like it's trying to block your path, group 3, and this may feel like actual like entities that don't want healing to occur, that are threatened by the amount of light, the warrior of the mystic light that you are, the master of the mystic light here. This strength that you have to overcome kind of like snakes in the grass, because here we have 2 snakes again, and these look like the snakes. This card is actually right underneath the snakes that are biting onto those staffs and creating conflict spiritually. So if you're having intrusive thoughts, if you're feeling ungrounded, if you feel unmotivated, or like you don't have a vision or purpose for your life, this is a challenge that you're being asked to overcome right now in the mind, in what you give your energy to, what you validate within your thoughts, within your beliefs. The 8 of Swords can sometimes represent too much power, feeling like it has control over us, or we're like a victim to a situation. If you're experiencing psychic attack, I just want to say that I empathize with you. I've experienced quite a bit of it, and psychic attack, what it does is tries to take us out of our own power. So for you, group 3, doing some kind of meditation about calling your power back to you, about being able to rise into an energy of truth or justice. I'm trying to put my finger on exactly what this is. This is about like using your own abilities to affect what you can affect, and not worrying about things that are beyond your control. The politic here, I feel like, is a really like a culmination of how your spirit guides want you to approach this situation and overcome, these generational patterns, these relationship patterns. So for some of you, I am feeling a very strong experience of like struggling against like governmental forces, or just in general like evil like spiritual entities that don't want to see you alchemized. Because actually even here there's this symbol of alchemy on the flank of the lion. This is about domesticating our own like wildness and being able to transmute our own challenges. But then this is inverted. It's facing up. The triangle's facing up on this one, pointing towards the sun, and this one it's facing down, towards this serpent and this eagle that are fighting in chains at the bottom. So there's something here about like being able to claim your power and not feel bound by certain experiences. And this is actually a divine test to help liberate you from anything that's holding you back from being able to believe in your healing, being able to believe in your passions as well, because the demon can represent sexuality. It can represent our own ability to express our life force, to create more life. We have to overcome, death, the shadows, to be able to believe in life again. Beautiful, strong, powerful message, sending chills through my whole body. Group 3, and this is even the 3 of scepters, and I'm really feeling like I need to read from the guidebook for you, so just give me 1 second. And the fact that this card is named the Politic, I do feel like that that emphasizes the fact that a lot of you are engaged in some kind of activism, or there's some kind of like very forward movement, or kind of they want me to say like out of pocket, or like out of the norm way that you're going about expressing yourself with the Sun and Aries energy as well. This is like innovator type of energy, and just playing on this solar energy that you have over here. So let's see. Your diplomacy, tact, pragmatism, and prudence are why you are about to achieve great glory. This is the spirit of ingenuity in wielding your personal brilliance, social intelligence, and psychic dexterity to successfully navigate complicated social or political situations. This is the spirit of established strength by your side. Wow. Coming to you as 3 Babylonian magi, or high priests from the Chaldean Empire, upon their staves the names Metatron and Uriel, talismanic sigils from the holy tablets of the fathers, 1614, and petitioning sigil for drawing down the powers of the sun. Holy, this makes me so emotional right now for you, pile 3. Here we see powerful allies supporting you in your endeavor. This isn't about working harder, this is about working smarter. Expedient success is coming your way, but be prepared to act when the opportunity arrives. There is advancement in the sciences, arts, and culture. The scepter pointing to the reader's left is inscribed with the name Metatron, the angelic invocation for receiving secret knowledge. Incredible. The scepter pointing to the reader's right is inscribed with the name Uriel, or Ariel, the divine light, or divine fire. The center scepter features sigils from the Holy Tablet of Adam, sigil for gaining intelligence, and the Holy Tablet of Jeremiah, endowing you with the gift of truthful visions. Sigils along the bottom half of the scepters empower it as wands. Incredible. So yeah, using that power of the sun, using also those understandings of how the sun affects or creates the cycles of the moon. The sun is the ultimate, like, kind of deciding force of all of the Earth's energy, and influences and regulates and creates all of Earth's energy, makes life on Earth possible. So there's something here about you restoring balance and also calling on these angels. Metatron and Uriel were coming through really strong in that card, obviously, with them mentioned in the guidebook. So allowing yourself to connect to Uriel for that inspiration, the courage to heal, and then Metatron for divine alignment to higher will. I would say that Metatron is less inclined to have compassion for you in your human form, so I would recommend calling on him when you are in a place of ritual and maybe more like ready to offer yourself up as a divine vessel rather than asking for him to do something for you. So we're gonna bring in the final few cards in this reading. We have the 10 of Cups from the hashtag Landback Tarot and Oracle. We have the Judgment card from the Mindscapes Tarot, and that is representing like a place that you're at in your spiritual journey. And I'm going to pause here before I do these final 2 cards as your final message, because I want to describe these, and I feel like they're coming out together because this is 10-10 and this is 10. So you have 10-10-10 right here. That's a really powerful energy, and you have Pluto for the Judgment card. So there's something here that's like a divine writing, or a divine rite of passage is what they want to say to me or to you, through this process. This is even a graveyard here, actually. So it's like you're making your ancestors proud by living according to the precepts of the light. You're doing spiritual work that maybe they didn't have the courage or the awareness to. Yeah, the 10 10 is very interesting. I feel like maybe even looking that up might be useful for you. Pile 3. The 10 of Cups is also showing there's like a person on the back of this figure, and they kind of look like some kind of medicine person to me, or like someone who's like an entertainer. So there's something here about like you having like deep medicine from this experience, and also from connecting more purely to yourself. And a color that I don't see a lot in my readings is this magenta hot pink color, and it's come out here, and it's also in that garnet. So either working with garnet or using like hot magenta pink, it's even in this card here, really might help to empower your auric field, or open up your heart space and allow your heart space to flow through your entire energetic system. But I definitely feel like, yeah, this person's even being hugged from behind by this other person. So allowing yourself to come into a divine union, maybe with yourself or with another person, allowing yourself to receive love. And for some of you, this is going to be allowing an old relationship to be released from your life, so that you can make space for others to love you in a more divinely aligned way, in a way that respects all aspects of you. That's really coming through, because there's something about like harmony and love coming in to replace any of these challenges, and almost like as Spirit's way of showing you that you do have support in the angelic realm, despite any attempts that are made to disrupt that or to knock you off balance by these like spiritual attacks, as I mentioned. And if there are energies that are like plaguing you, just give them over to your spirit guides. You do have really high level, powerful spirit guides that are with you. Even Archangel Metatron, I'm hearing from him right now, or from them. I don't really like to gender the angels, but anyway, I'm hearing from them that it's something that you can do is giving over those like psychic attacks to Archangel Metatron, and asking that your energy field is cleansed and purified of those influences. And you know, psychic attacks can come from any number of things, but you'll know when you're experiencing them, or if you're experiencing them. So definitely a really positive message for you, group 3. You're supported on many levels, from your ancestors all the way through to like spiritual beings. So let's see your final messages from the heart for you. You have these 2 cards, and I just want you to look at them. There are 2 people on them as well, similar to this 10 of Cups energy, so you definitely always have support. You're never alone, group 3. And also seeking out companionship from others, whether it be through, you know, clients that you work with, or through intimate romantic relationships or friendships. This is really important for you at this time. Even family relationships, for those of you that are maybe trying to conceive, or just be more deeply emotionally involved with others. This is a really great omen for this. So I'm going to read to you the backs of the cards. This one says, Twin Flames, your passion ignites. So for some of you, you may be coming into connection with somebody who really mirrors your energy in a beautiful way. Or you have like a very strong spiritual mission with another person that's coming into your life. You want to do something to improve the world. And you're both very awakened, and you have a spirit of peace over this connection with that dove flying high. There's nothing you need to do except to continue to keep your energy in check. And that rose is showing that it's blooming. It's blooming out of even trying difficult, painful times. This card here is another kind of romantic card, and it says soulmate. So it does not matter what you call this relationship. All of you are either already in, or you're entering into a period where you're going to be receiving more love that's going to really solidify this healing process for you. And it says your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So yeah, for a lot of you, I'm feeling like this is something on the horizon. This is something that you are going to experience. If you're watching this at the time that I post it, those eclipses that we're about to go through in Aries and Libra may be really, really important for you, since you had like so much Aries energy going on in here and that solar energy. And I'm also seeing the north node of the moon symbol here on the demon's forehead. So those might be awakening you, since the eclipses are connected to and dictated by the north nodes. But yeah, regardless, you are going to have the physical and spiritual support you need. And for some of you, this is a huge sigh of relief, because you've been wondering where, that physical, tangible, human support is going to be. And Spirit is saying, your angels are saying, you have earned it. This is well deserved. You are going to come into community with those that can support you, can love you, that you can also contribute to, and that you're going to be valued for who you are and exactly why you're creating and how you express yourself. So I want to send all of your energy to you, group 3, and take all of mine back. Thanking the spirits who assisted us in this beautiful healing today, this beautiful reading. I really hope that this assisted you in some way. I'm sending you so much love. If you're interested in a personal reading or just knowing more about me as a practitioner, all that information will be below. Otherwise, I will see you in another reading, my friend. Bye.